guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. I believe you are profitable in the market and I believe your day and your week has been awesome. So today, this strategy I brought to you is the strategy that is going to make you profitable in the market. So let's go right into it. So I'm going to show you the settings of this indicator. Now guys, please, I do not want you to run away with the settings without knowing how to use it. If you run away with the settings and then you do not check or know how to use it, there is no how you will be profitable. You will make losses. It's a strategy. You have to learn it. You have to watch all the video for you to see how to use it. Okay, so the first thing is the relative strength index. The period is 1000 applied to close. The levels 87.10, 87.50 and 10, and then you are done with that. Then you add your volume. Make sure that it is thick, not ray, and then use 4 pixel. And please use this color just as you see it here. Before you start using your own color, at least use this one first, so that it will help you to understand the explanation better. Okay, and then your screen should look like this. Do you get your screen should look like this? So we are going to be trading this particular strategy with the moving averages that we have here and then this indicator that we have here. Okay, so I'm going to explain how to use it. There are about 4 steps to follow for you to make money from this indicator, because the thing is, you are going to be risking maybe like $10 or $5 to make like $200. That's the advantage of this indicator. So with actually small money of $5, $10, $15, you can make as much as $200 to $400 in just one trade, because the risk to reward ratio is crazily high. It's crazily high, like crazily high, and you're going to be seeing it as I begin to show you. So now when do you use this indicator? Is if you look at this green indicator here on window 2 on this particular section here, all right, if you look at it very well, you will see some vertical red lines. Okay, they are signals, all right, but we are not going to be using it anytime it happens or anytime you see them on the screen. So what we are going to be looking out for is we are going to be looking out for the situation whereby these red lines move towards each other and then they produce a thicker red line, something like this, or something like this. All right, the red lines do not necessarily have to be big like this. All right, you just have to see something decent. All right, something like this. So this is a perfect signal and this is a good signal. So we do not trade this kind of signal. Look at this now. This is actually together, but there is a gap between them. All right, so we do not take this kind of trade and we do not take this kind of trade, please guys. All right, it has to be thick, it has to be together. All right, it has to be together. Yes, something like this, something like this. Even this one is a valid signal, this one is a valid signal. All right, irrespective of the thickness, this thickness is not the correction or the correctness of the signal. These guys just have to be together, like the red lines like this. All right, so now that's the first step, stage 1, that you have to look at for. Then the second thing, the second step is to go to your main chart where the indicators are showing. I'm sorry, where the what's it called now, where the charts, the candlesticks are. All right, is to go there. All right, you go there, and then this is what I actually mean, is that you come to this particular area here and begin to look at for some things. So what are the things that you look at for? All right, what you have to look at for is, in this case we have our signal here. All right, the indicator has signaled to us that, guys, it's time for you to sell. All right, do we start selling? No, we don't start selling immediately. We come to our what's it called now, our chart, all right, where the candlestick are, and then we look for these moving averages and ensure that it is crossing downward. All right, it is either it is crossing downward before the red signal or after the red signal, it is still valid. I hope I'll be able to show you examples of when it crosses downward before the red signal. So this is when it is crossing downward after the red signal. All right, so in this case, you are not going to enter any trades here. So you are just going to be watching and then wait for when these two moving averages crosses downward. All right, so when they cross downward, you will wait for when the price will touch these white moving averages. So all right, okay, now before, in this case, before this price touches the white moving averages, we have another indicator here, all right, that I've shown. Okay, so what are we going to do? We are going to wait, all right, waiting, all right, for our price to touch the white moving averages. Okay, what happened here is we got another signal. Immediately another signal happens or occurs, this signal automatically cancels the previous ones. That's where we are coming from. It immediately cancels it. All right. So if this price here had actually touched these white moving averages, we will just have shot downward. But while we were waiting, another signal forms. So that means this fresh signals has cancelled the previous one that we were working with. All right. That means this fresh signal cancel out this particular one. This particular one that we have here. Do you get it? So what we are going to begin to look for is, entry on this new signal that came to us. And like I said to you, all right, you must make sure that, price is coming down when you see this guy. All right, price is coming down, but in this case, price is going up. So we are not going to enter even when it touches this white candle, because this new signal now has cancelled the previous one we're working with. Okay, so we are not going to enter. We are going to wait for the moving averages to cross downward. So yes, crossing upward, we are not going to do anything. We'll just be waiting, because the patience is actually worth it. Because how much you will make when this signal eventually hits will be more than you going out and coming in and going out of the market every time. All right, so we are going to wait. We are waiting for the moving averages to cross, and here the moving average cross bars. That means our step 2 has been met. Step 1 is that you wait for the signal to happen on this window here. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2 is to ensure that it is in downtrend. Okay, so this is downtrend. All right, it has crossed. Step 3 is to wait for price to touch these white moving averages. By the way, let me give you the settings for the white moving averages. So this is the moving average one. This one is period 100, method exponential applied to close. The color for the moving average 100 is red. All right, when you are done, then you have the second moving averages, which is 200 exponential, and then the color is white. Good. Now you go back. Okay, so now, like I said, you enter when price, okay, touch the moving averages, which is the white, as you can see. Now just imagine, okay, that you saw this trade when it happens, and then you enter here. Immediately it touches this candle, immediately this green one. You can see that this green one is the one that actually touch this white moving averages. Then by the time this candle is closing, you place your sell here. That's on 358830. Look at your right and look at the price, 358830.77. You place your sell entry, and then your stop loss should just be a little bit above. Can you see that? A little bit, just a little bit. Just use your discretion. All right, just a little bit. And actually your price, your stop loss here might not be more than maybe $10. If you are using, let's say for you have like $15 or $10 in your account, if you risk the whole of $10 or $5 here, all right, that means in fact your stop loss will still be a little bit higher. Do you get it? Now look at what you are risking, and then look at what you are going to make. So here will be where our TP will be, this low here, or this one, or this one up here. So you can either use this one as your TP or the second one as your TP. Do you see that? And did you see how this guy came down? So now, how much do you think you are going to make if you risk just $10 within just this small value here? So the amount you are going to make will be very, very huge. And you are trading a strategy that the risk is very low and the reward is high. So that's the advantage of these guys. Very, very simple. Let me explain this to you again. This signal shows, okay, you come to your chart to confirm that the price is coming down, but in this case it is going up. So you wait, all right, for price to start coming down. And how to confirm that is the moving averages should cross. Okay, so we wait to cross downward, and then it was still going up here, and then here it crossed downward. So immediately it crossed downward here, we are going to be looking for when price is going to retest these white moving averages. And at that point where price retests these white moving averages, what do? We sell. And then our stop loss should just be a little bit, just a little bit. And our TP will be the low or the support of the last price that we have on the right hand side, which is this one here or this one here. So you can either use this as your TP1 and then this one as your TP2. Okay, now look at the risk to reward ratio. Okay, so look at it here. You place a trade here. Sorry, I think I might not be able to use this because of the thickness. Okay, you place a trade here. Let me try to use this. Okay, you place a trade around this area. Okay, and then this is your stop loss. Let me use this. Let me change this to red. This is your stop loss. Okay, can you see that? And then this is your profit, the next low. This is your profit. Now just look at the risk to reward ratio. You too, look at it yourself. Just look at it. The red one is your risk, the white one is your entry, this is your reward. Did you see that? So you can actually go through this signal for you to check the accuracy, all right, of how this thing works. Okay, guys, this thing is effective, all right. And make sure that it is on 15 minutes, all right, for VIX75. Okay, do not use it for any other function or any other instrument. Please make sure that it is for VIX75, guys. So thank you so much. Test it, back test it, and then use it for your own advantage. And I hope to see your comment, all right, in the comment section. Thank you, guys.